Well, greetings and welcome to Beyond 360. I'm walking on the streets of Kew Gardens here in Queens, New York, and I'm going to give everyone a 360-degree angle so you can see. And this is a good spot to open up. This is a very typical part of the neighborhood, what you could expect to see here in Queens, New York, particularly in Kew Gardens. So with that being said, I'm going to raise the profile a bit, let you guys see more. So here we go. There we go. So you can kind of see the street now. Maybe I'm just a little dot, but that's okay. But I've got the walk sign, so I'm going to do it. So here we go. Curious to see how my stitch line is going to be, but this thing is just massive. It's massive. So, but anyway, I'm going to do a low bridge here. Okay. So yeah, this is the neighborhood. Feel free to poke around, look at things you want to take interest in. The idea is total freedom of movement and expression. I mean, if you have a VR headset, you should be able to turn your head and see every angle here in Queens, in Kew Gardens. So you got the traffic cameras, and like we're about traffic camera height, so I think we could stop by and say hello to the traffic cameras. What do you think? Let's do it. Let's do it. So there it is. Hello. So I don't know which way you're turned, but if you're facing the sunset, you should see that traffic camera. There's two actually. So yeah, I mean, holding it like this is kind of hard to do. It's a little much. I feel like a zookeeper doing this. So I'll probably bring it in a moment, but these are the types of views you can expect here. And maybe what I'll do is give everybody an opportunity to look around with notice. That way you know, okay, he's going to change the perspective here. So let's see. And I'll just add that I'm using the 270 Pro. So, since this is a new venture for me, there's going to be some on-the-spot, on-the-fly adjustments here. I'm still learning how to use the selfie stick. It's kind of complex. But I think if I do this, do that, see, now I can work with that. That's not bad. I can do that. So this is it, you know? Kew Gardens, also known as Kew Gardens, because we're smack dab in the middle of two major airports, JFK and LaGuardia. JFK to the south, LaGuardia to the north of here. So, you know, you've got your pick. Take your pick. Which airport are you going to fly out of? So, some Halloween decorations across the street. Let's change that up. There you go. Oh, gotta watch the trees. Yeah. But it's still warm, and we're coasting into October, so you know, what can I say? But even though it's going to take a while to get where I want to show you guys, there's an interesting tidbit coming up. And there's some history. History among psychologists that they'll remember going way, way back in old psychology textbooks, and some celebrity / comedy history. So we're going to cross here. Thank you. I think it'd be interesting for people to see like what things look like in New York in regular parts, not just upscale, really fancy schmancy spots, but you know, we're on the back end of the pandemic, so it's kind of cool to see how life is now, and it's pretty much normalizing for the most part. So I want to share that with you guys. This is a very good store. This is Rosenblum's. It's a Jewish grocery store. They have different things that you can get, kosher goods. I've been in that bike shop once. It's a good shop. How you doing? It's a very good bike shop. This is Abington Road and Lefferts. Yeah. So I've got the walk signal, so I'm gonna walk. I wonder how this is gonna look. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna look fine, and people will be able to poke around. If you want to look in these shrubs to my left, look at the shrubs. If you want to see the dusk, you can see the dusk sky. If you want to look over here, you can. There's a synagogue across the street. People walking on the street, you know? So take your pick, whatever you want to look at. There's cameras everywhere these days, so might as well be educational, right? It doesn't all have to be bad. Yeah. But this is kind of cool. Like, I think this is like next level. I've done some prior videos on YouTube, but this is street level stuff. Like, this is, you see people on the street, and it's real life. 100 years from now, people are going to wonder, well, what did it look like in September, you know, 2021? Well, this is how it looked. So I've never been in this diner before. I see people in there though. You got a nice bar. I like this place here on the left. You got 7-Eleven, laundry place. There's a bookshop, Kew and Willow Books. And I think we'll just stop right now and kind of get a perspective on the corner here. So I'm going to expand this all the way so we can go drone style. Drone style. Here we go. What is it? Righty tighty, lefty loosey? Okay. Is that it? Is that the full length? I think that is. That's it. That's pretty good though. I mean, look how high up it goes. It goes to the second story. So, yeah. It's a beautiful evening, beautiful dusk evening, September. This building on the corner, it's a historic building. It's been here in Kew Gardens a very long time. And if you're looking, well, I'm walking straight. If you're looking to my right, there's that building, you can see it. They have like this Tudor style architecture, and that's also in Forest Hills too. And we're gonna be doing walks in Forest Hills, walking tours just like this. So yeah, they have a really good bakery, Homestead. Traditional European baked goods. German, like they do strudel, they do other things. It's very good. So yep. You got Dani's Pizza on the corner there. It's an institution, but you know what we're gonna do? I just changed my mind. I'm gonna cross right here. Wait on the light, but that's Dani's. You want a slice? I think they closed on Mondays, but if you want a slice, that's the place to go. So you're gonna get the light. Well, I'm gonna change. Oh, nope. Go ahead. See, you just never know. It's a good chance to talk a little bit about the street Lefferts. So this is the bridge that goes over the LIRR railway. So there's a train, commuter train that goes under this bridge, and it's always a contentious issue where people aren't sure what the fate of the bridge is going to be and all of that. So, you know, yeah, it's interesting. But I gotta say, this being the first like outing, the first use of the camera with the 270 Pro, I'm very curious to see what kind of results I'm gonna get. I'm actually excited to see what the results are gonna be. Yeah, should be interesting. Wow, I've been waiting and waiting and waiting here. Maybe I missed it. You guys tell me, oh, there I didn't. I didn't miss it. The hard part is to look normal holding a stick because it'll be painted out by the GoPro software. But looking normal and walking normally is kind of a trick because you see my hand and it'll always be weird, but you know, we'll just see how it goes. See how it goes. Check it out. Yeah. Pretty cool. I mean, you can get right up there to the signs. I don't need an FAA license for this. So, yeah. So cool. Beautiful dusky evening here. It's starting to get cold, and then it'll be different. I'll still be out here, but it'll be different. So, let's bring it back home here. There we go. That's more reasonable. So I know I've mentioned psychology textbooks and everything. That alleyway has historic significance, but before we talk about that, this is Kew Cinema, as you can see. And there's the marquee. And it was tough seeing this place closed during the pandemic, but I'm so happy they've reopened, and I'm going to be going back to the movies soon. And movies are actually going to be a big part of what we do on the channel because this is my movie theater that I like to go to. So I'll be coming here to see new films that are coming out this fall. 2 new films in particular are coming out next month that I will be seeing there, so just stay tuned for that. So, turn the corner here. We got an Indian restaurant on the corner. I've eaten there before, it's pretty good. But this is what I want to show you guys. So this is like a nice little park and square area behind the movie theater. And this is a mural of Rodney Dangerfield. I'm going to bring this in a bit so you can see. But yeah, that's Rodney Dangerfield. And the famous quote, "I don't get no respect." And he actually grew up here. Not right here, but I'm going to show you the buildings and apartment complexes where he did live. It's actually across Lefferts, so let's go down there. I don't know, some people say it doesn't really look like Rodney Dangerfield, but I think they did a decent job. They got the spirit of his image, you know? So I got to be careful with this thing because I don't want to hit people with a stick, you know? I'm just trying to get a shot. So, no questions yet. Nobody's asked me anything. Not yet, anyway. Now I'm going to lower the profile a bit. Turn the corner. Here we go. So this is a cool place. This is Homemade Taqueria. They have really good Mexican food. I order here pretty often. But there's Kew Gardens cinemas from across the street. Yep. And actually, the lights are off, but I'll have to do a walk let me rephrase that. The lights are off, but I'll have to walk over there one time in the morning to Baker's Dozen. That's my bagel shop. Excellent bagels. Then over here is Mr. Wish. You want bubble tea? We even have our own neighborhood bubble tea. We don't, Mr. Wish. Not Kung Fu tea, not other tea, but Mr. Wish. So, yep. So here we go. This is the stairwell leading to the train station. And I'm going to talk about the historic significance of this here in a second. Okay. So, why is this a historic stairwell? What is the significance of it? This is the famous spot of the Kitty Genovese murder that happened in the 1960s. And the claim was, through the media, that nobody called the police, no one asked for help, and she was left to her own demise at the hands of her killer. But that's not entirely true or accurate. There were people who called, and they did report it. It wasn't in time, When the police are minutes away, seconds count, right? So that's what happened. But this is where it happened, and there's actually a sign right there. There's a plaque to Rodney Dangerfield, if you look. See his image? So this is where Rodney Dangerfield, he grew up in one of these buildings, apartments up here. His childhood home. Childhood home of Rodney Dangerfield. So it's a very quaint, nice place. But back to the whole psychology textbook issue. For decades, because of the Kitty Genovese murder and what happened, psychologists basically coined the term, the bystander effect, or bystander syndrome, or bystander effect, which is what people are going to defer responsibility, and they think that somebody will help, but it's not their responsibility to intervene and help. So, they've since had other studies on this phenomenon since the 1960s, and this has come to be understood as something that's not completely valid, but nonetheless, the label is stuck. And that is the LIRR right there. That's the train, see? But like I said, the label has stuck, so there's not much that can change that. As they say, the rest is history. But let me bring this back in. There's a lot of movement on this thing. It's kind of, I gotta learn how to use this thing here. Okay? It's like you gotta work it. There we go. I'm gonna bring it in more. There we go. So it screws in quite nicely, but I gotta figure this out, the top piece. There we go. It's actually a good opportunity to fix it, because if it's not exactly straight, your stitch line is going to show. So, but yeah, I think they have little areas where they're going to lease out inside the LIRR train station waiting area. So, yeah, we'll walk back through again, but I'll take you on the tarmac, on the not the tarmac, but the platform rather. Let's see. Here we go. Get a full extension. Okay. And they have some really cool lighting out here. So you can see. They have offices. Those are the businesses over there. And this is over the train tracks. Right? So this is pretty normal. I mean, this is a typical night here in Kew Gardens. Right where I am now, if I were to get on the train, there are maybe 2 or 3 more stops, and the final destination would be Penn Station. So right where I'm standing, I'm about 15 minutes away from Penn Station. It's really quick, really easy. You pay whatever you pay. What is it, $7? whatever the fare is. I haven't even looked at what the fare is in a while, but very easy to do, you know. And then they have queues to go to, like, if you want to go to JFK, take the Q10 bus, you know. But I remember pre-pandemic, you know, it was always really busy and everything was, you know, people were going places, but people are more reluctant to go places now because of, you know, the illness. So, but let's see. I'm going to bring this in again. Let's see, how much is it? I don't know. I want to check the fares. There's another bus. I mean, there's another train coming. You hear it? There it is. All right. All right. All right. One way. Kew Gardens to Penn Station. It's off-peak now. Off-peak. One adult. $6.50. There you go. There it is. It's $6.50 if you're looking. I'll give you a moment. Turn away from me. And then turn over. So, yeah, that's the train. And it's heading to Penn Station. So if you want to check the train out, turn away from me and go look over there. Over that way. So, people getting off, coming back in, or coming in from wherever. So, I don't know exactly where they're coming from. Maybe the city. Probably the city. So, I'm going to say hi to this conductor here. Yep. Have a good night. See, there's no reason to not be nice. Like, I say hello to people when I can, but anyway. Let's head back up. Back up the famous Kitty Genovese corridor. And what's interesting is, I mean, I guess because it's a negative, right? But it's historically significant, so they could give some kind of acknowledgement. And I've seen people write about this on social media, and I agree with them. I mean, we call it Dangerfield Square. I don't know. Rodney Dangerfield. It's a happier thing to think about than, you know, the morbid, right? So, anyway. Oh, this is Austin's Ale House. Pretty good. Good drinks, good beer. Fun times. Yeah. We have a kitchen here. You've got a water fountain. Check it out. See? Okay. I don't want to butt in on these people. I don't want to, like, you know, be awkward or anything like that. All right, so that was the inaugural episode of Beyond 360, Beyond 360. So please thumb up, like the video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed this. I mean, I'm going to be doing traditional videos too. This is, you know, this is 360, right? So I want to give viewers the freedom to look around and explore like I am. You know, whether you're on a bike or you're driving in a car or whatever it is you're doing, you just don't have the same street level experience and interaction with people. So this is Dani's right here. And they have some of the best pizza in the neighborhood. Yeah. So I was wrong. Maybe they just open later on Monday evenings. So yeah. Let me bring it out for Dani's. Yeah. So yeah, if you're out and about and you're in New York City and you miss your old favorite places, your old restaurants, whatever, and if you live in Kew Gardens or the Queens area, come on out and check it out, because it's alive and well, and these businesses, they need our support. They've had a tough 2 years, and you know, we want as many businesses to thrive and succeed as possible. So Dani's is one of them. I'm going to leave that right there for this time, but I'll catch you right here next time at Beyond 360.